Right. So actually, in place of this, we have to write PTR. PTR we have to write. PTR means what?
Pointer.
PTR means a pointer, integer type pointer that is holding the address of a variable. What is the address of a variable? The address of a variable is earlier we printed 65524. So that 65524 is stored into PTR variable. Now PTR means 65524. The address is stored. So value at PTR, that means value at 65524 is 10. At that address, what is stored? 10 value is stored. So like this, you can access the value at the pointer. Value at that particular pointer. So see, three important points we discussed. First, pointer, and what is pointer definition we discussed, and how to define a pointer. We can define or we can create the pointer by using the pointer variable. I mean by using the star variable, star pointer, star operator you have to use, and the examples are given here. Next, how to initialize. After creating the pointer variable, how to initialize? Simply by using the assignment operator, we can initialize the value according to this syntax. And next, after initializing some value into the pointer, how to access the particular value? Again, we will use star operator here. In this case, the star operator is called as a value at operator. To access the value from PTR variable, earlier in the second subheading, in the second point we created PTR. In the second subheading, that PTR is holding the value of, I mean address of a variable. So PTR means the address of a, that is 65524. So now to access the value at 65524 location, we have to use the star operator. Now star operator is going to print the value which is at the 65524 location. So with this knowledge, we are going to write one simple program. So let me comment all the important points into the multi-line comments. And now I will start the program. Void main, opening the brace and closing the brace. Here I am going to create one integer type variable, integer a, and a equal to some value 10. So what is a? A is a normal integer type variable. So when you declare integer a equal to 10, what will happen? So when you declare integer a equal to 10, with name a, 2 bytes of memory is allocated. For each byte, one address will be given. So in that memory addresses, 10 value will go and sit. Next, now like how you stored 10 value into a, in the same way I want to store the address memory number, memory location number of a into the other variable. So which will store that memory address? A pointer variable. How to create a pointer variable? By using the star followed by PTR. So I am creating the PTR of type integer only because a is a integer type. So a variable address. So integer type a variable address, to store that address we have to create integer type pointer only. If a is a character type variable, to store the character type variable address, we must create character type pointer only. If a is a floating type pointer, we must create the floating type pointer only to hold the address of floating point variable. So here integer star PTR, so integer type pointer is created. Into that I am going to assign, or in the next statement I am going to write PTR pointer is equal to a. That means the value of 10 will go and store into the PTR. So that is not the case. We want to store the address, not the value. So how to represent the address? By using ampersand, by using the ampersand. Now you read it, ampersand a, that means address of a. Earlier a means 10, now address a means address of a. What is the address of a? We will print. So that address of a, instead of 10, the address of a will go and store into the PTR and go into the PTR. And a is also a variable, PTR is also a variable. A is a normal integer type variable, for the 2 bytes are allocated, and PTR is a pointer type, integer pointer type variable. For this PTR variable also 2 bytes of memory is allocated. Into the 2 bytes, what we are going to store? The address of a, that particular memory location number we are going to store into the PTR memory locations. So A is meant for storing integers and PTR is meant for storing the addresses. That's it. We cannot store the addresses with the normal variables. So now I am writing first printf. First printf. With this printf, I am going to print the value of A. A value I am going to print. Value of A equal to, how to print value of A? Percentile D comma A. If you write, the value of A is going to be printed. Let me see, compile it. To hold back on the screen, you write down getch, and after writing the all the integer, after declaring all the variables, you write down CLR SCR. So this particular printf. So first statement you read. In the first statement, we created integer type variable A. Into that A, value 10 is stored. And for A, 2 bytes are allocated. For 2 bytes, 2 different memory locations are given. So, and next, to store the 2 different memory locations, the first byte memory location address, to store that address, we are creating PTR pointer type variable. And into that PTR variable here in the 4th line, that PTR is equal to address of A. So the first memory location address, that memory location number of A variable is going to store in the PTR. And in the 5th line, now first I want to print the A variable. How to print A variable? A normal statement, A equal to percentile D, and that percentile D is replaced with A. A means what? 10. So what is the output? A equal to 10. So that is the output. In the next printf statement, again in the new line, I want to print the address of A equal to percentile U, unsigned integer, or you can write percentile D also, no problem. Percentile E means percentile U means unsigned one without any sign, because the memory locations won't be having any minus sign. So percentile D you can use. To avoid negative symbols, minus symbol, negative numbers, you can write percentile U also. So both are same. So in place of percentile U, I want to print the address of A. For that, if you write A, what will print? In the place of percentile U also, 10 will print. 10 will print. But we don't want to print the A value. We have to print the address of A. For that, use the ampersand before A. Then you read out address of A. What is the meaning of ampersand? It is a address operator. To represent any variable address, we will use ampersand here. So now if you write the ampersand before A, that means address of A we are going to print. Ampersand means address of, and followed by A, address of A. Now we are going to replace that address of A in the place of percentile U. Now you see the output. What is the address of A? 65524. The 2 bytes of memory is allocated with the name A variable, because the A variable is an integer type variable. So 2 bytes are allocated for it. And what is the 65524? The first byte address, and second byte address will be 65525, like that. Next number will be given. Next, printf. Here I want to print the address again, \n, the value of PTR. What is there in the PTR? I want to print. What is there in the PTR? What is there in the PTR? PTR equal to address of A.
Pointer.
Address of A is 65524. That 65524 address only we stored into PTR. So how to print that address? %u, comma. If you write PTR, PTR is nothing but the address of A. So now you again compile it. Again, if you run it, printf statement, that printf written wrong.
Spelling wrong, sir.
Sir, print spelling wrong.
Print spelling wrong. Everamma, very good. Printf. So PTR means nothing but here in the fourth line you see first 1, 2, 3, fourth one, PTR equal to address of A. Address of A anna PTR anna kuda rendu same. PTR lo em untadi A yokka first byte memory address anedi untadi. So if you write PTR, what is going to be printed in the place of %u in the third printf? The address of A only is going to be printed. So execute the program. So address of A, first value of A equal to only simply A is printed in the first printf. Address of A equal to, there we used in the second printf address of A. In the third printf, the value of PTR, simply we printed PTR because the PTR is storing the value of the memory location of A. So next, now I want to print the value 10 I want to print by using the PTR. Printf, you write down one more printf statement, \n, the value at PTR I want to print equal to %d, integer value we stored. If you write PTR here, what is going to be printed again? The address which is stored in the PTR is only going to be printed in the place of %d. Same thing, -12, some random value is printed. Here you have to write a %u, you have to write. So same, the address only printed. But here I want to print the value at that memory location, 65524. What is the value we stored at 65524 memory location? That value I need to print. For that I am using here star. Now it is called as value at operator. Now you read totally, value at PTR. Value at PTR means, what is the PTR? PTR is 65524 memory location. Now you read totally 65524. This is the memory location which is stored in the PTR. PTR means nothing but 65524 memory location. Now you read totally, value at, star means value at 65524 memory location is 10. ఎందుకంటే 65524 మెమరీ లొకేషన్ దగ్గర మనకు ఉన్న వాల్యూ ఏంటమ్మా 10 ఒకటే. సో ఆ మెమరీ లొకేషన్, ఆ బైట్ నెంబర్ దగ్గర మనకు 10 అనేది స్టోర్ అయింది. సో ఇఫ్ యూ రైట్ star PTR means value at PTR. Now you execute the program. What is printed? PTR equal to 10, because we used star before PTR, so that star will access the value which is at 65524 locations. So with this we completed the pointer topic. So what is pointer? Pointer is used to store the address of other variables, and you have to write 3 important side headings: how to define a pointer, and how to initialize the pointer, and how to access the pointer. These 3 important points, along with the this particular example, if you write, this pointer topic is over. So any doubts regarding the program? So first printf is about A. So A variable will be printed. Second printf means address of A. Ampersand means address of A. So address of A is printed. third printf statement. PTR means in the PTR address is only stored, so that in the place of percentile u, that PTR address is going to be printed. Next, along with PTR, I am using the star value, so that star is now it is called as value at operator, so that the value at PTR location is printed. The value at PTR location is nothing but 10, because here in the fourth statement, in the program, the address of A is assigned to PTR pointer. PTR pointer.
సార్
చెప్పమ్మా
సార్
చెప్పమ్మా
సార్ అది ఇది మనం ఇక్కడ నార్మల్ గా తీసుకుంది ఇంటీజర్ పాయింటర్ కదా సార్. నార్మల్ గా ఇక్కడ ఫోర్త్ సెంటెన్స్ లో స్టార్ తర్వాత ఇంటీజర్ పాయింటర్ బదులు మనం ఏమైనా ఒక క్యారెక్టర్ ఫ్లోటింగ్ పాయింటర్ యొక్క కోడ్ అడ్రస్ టైప్ చేస్తే మనకి క్యారెక్టర్ వేరియబుల్ వస్తుందా, లేకపోతే ఏమైనా సింటాక్స్ ఎర్రర్ లో వస్తుందా?
ఎక్కడ ఈ లాస్ట్ ప్రింట్ఎఫ్ లోనా?
లాస్ట్ ప్రింట్ఎఫ్ లో సార్ స్టార్ తర్వాత నార్మల్ గా మనం 65524 లాగా ఒక క్యారెక్టర్ లేకపోతే ఒక ఫ్లోట్ పాయింటర్ యొక్క అడ్రస్ టైప్ చేస్తే మనకి అది ఆ ఫ్లోట్ క్యారెక్టర్ యొక్క పాయింటర్ వాల్యూ వస్తుందా, లేకపోతే ఏమైనా సింటాక్స్ ఎర్రర్ వస్తుందా?
సింటాక్స్ ఎర్రర్ వస్తుందమ్మా. PTR వేరియబుల్ మాత్రమే రాయాలి. వి కెనాట్ రైట్ ఎనీ ఫ్లోటింగ్ టైప్ పాయింటర్ వేరియబుల్. అక్కడ ఇంకా వేరే ఏం రాయలేము మనం. అంటే డాటా టైప్ రాస్తే అంటున్నావా?
అవును సార్.
We cannot write data type. We have to write pointer variable only there.
నేను అంటుంది ఏంటంటే కోడ్ ఉంటుంది కదా సార్, అడ్రస్ యొక్క కోడ్ కంప్యూటర్ ఆ ర్యామ్ అలొకేట్ చేసిన కోడ్ 65524 లాగా ఇప్పుడు మన ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇంటీజర్ దీన్ని తీసుకుంటే అలా క్యారెక్టర్ ఇంకా ఫ్లోట్ యొక్క వేరే వాటి వాల్యూ అడ్రస్ ఏమైనా ఇక్కడ అండ్ స్టార్ తో టైప్ చేస్తే ఏమైనా వస్తుందా అని?
నో వి కెనాట్ టైప్ ఇంటీజర్ వాల్యూస్. అడ్రస్ ఏం టైప్ చేయలేము అక్కడ. అలా తీసుకోదు అది.
ఓకే సార్.
లాస్ట్ టాపిక్ ఒకటి ఉందమ్మా, అంటే అడ్వాంటేజెస్ అని ఉంది. ఈ PDF డాక్యుమెంట్ మీకు విజిబుల్? లాస్ట్ టైం నేను ఓపెన్ చేసినప్పుడు విజిబుల్ లేదు మీకు. Is it visible? PDF document is visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, it's visible.
Right. So sometimes he's asking the advantages of the pointer also. So see here, advantages of the benefits of the pointer. Benefits of the pointer we have to discuss separately. He is asking for short answer and sometimes he is asking for long answer also. Explain about the advantages of the pointer. Just go through the 7 points. The first point is, actually to explain all these 7 points we need to have a lot of discussion. It is not possible here, but it is not in the syllabus also. The advantages of the pointer is not in the syllabus, but I have seen that two times or one time he asked in the same examinations, what is the advantage of pointer and what is the benefit of the pointer. Just to go through the points, we cannot explain in detail because it will take for each point we need to explain for one class, or we have to take 2 classes. So let me explain the first point. Pointers are more efficient in handling the arrays and data tables. We don't know about data tables, we only know arrays. So if you use the pointers with arrays, then we can do efficiently, we can handle the program in efficient way. We can handle the arrays in efficient manner. So actually we access the array variables with array names. Instead of array names, we will access the array values with the pointers. Then we will access with some faster way. So that is the advantage if you use the pointer with the arrays. Second point is pointers can be used to return multiple values from a function via arguments. So for this also we have to discuss function topics, but only understand that if you use the pointers, if you use the pointer and functions, then also we get the some benefit. If you use the pointer with arrays, it is good. And if you use the pointers with the functions also, we can do miracles. And third point, the use of the pointer arrays to the character strings results in saving the data storage space in the memory. Pointers arrays to characters string results in saving of data storage space in the. So instead of holding the group of characters with a string, if you hold the string with pointer, that means instead of holding the string characters, that means array of characters with the string array of string name, if you point with pointer variables, string ne pointer to point out చేసినప్పుడు we are going to store the some memory space. That is one advantages. Fourth point, pointer allows C to support dynamic memory management. So this dynamic memory management will be discussed in the third unit. So in dynamic memory management also, that pointer concept is used. Fifth point, pointers provide an efficient tool for manipulating dynamic data structures, linked list, queues, and stacks and trees. In the second year, first sem, we are going to have a data structure subject. In that, we are going to learn about structures, linked list, double linked list, circular list, queues, and stacks and trees. And all these topics, in all this second year, first semester, that what we can say, data structure subject, when we are discussing all these topics, trees and stacks, queues, we will use pointers only. Sixth point, pointer reduce the length and complexity of the programs. When you use the pointers, what will happen? The length and complexity of the program reduces, because we no need to write a lot of code and we no need to use the lot of variables. Only single pointer is enough, because if you know one address location, we can go through the remaining all other memory locations also. And okay, memory location manaku teliste, for example 65524 we know. Just if you increment to the next address, then we know the other data. If you use further, if you increment the memory location further 644252226, then you get the next byte data. So no need to have the lot of variables, only one pointer is enough. Seventh one, they increase the execution speed and thus reduces the program execution. And pointers vaadte, we will increase the execution speed and program execution time also we can reduce, because pointers directly accessing the memory location. So when you directly deal with memory location, you can have the faster access of the data. అంటే మనకు డైరెక్ట్ గా మెమరీ లొకేషన్ తెలిస్తే, అంటే ఇప్పుడు ఏంటిదంటే ఎవరిదైనా హౌస్ నెంబర్ తెలిస్తే మనం డైరెక్ట్ గా హౌస్ నెంబర్ దగ్గరికి వెళ్ళినప్పుడు we can go to that particular house very fast. If you don't know the that house number and don't know anything, you don't know you only know the person name, only variable name, like that. If you know the only person name, what will happen? We have to ask anybody, is there any person with this name, is there any person with this name? We have to ask each and every neighbor, and finally we will find out that particular person. But if you know the address of that particular house, no need to ask here and there, just to go to the direct so and so house number, and you can go to that particular house and you can meet the particular person. So accessing the data by using the variable is a little bit slower, and accessing the data by using the memory locations, that means by using the pointers, is very faster. So just to go through the all important 7 points, he may ask you in the exam, what are the benefits of using the pointer, or what are the advantages of the pointer. Just to try to remember. Okay, with this we completed today's session, and the same thing I am keeping in the YouTube links. So if anybody is not able to follow my class, and you can go through the YouTube links, and if the class is completed today, by today evening or tomorrow morning, I will keep the link of the today's class. Right? Any doubts regarding the pointers? Just you have to remember how to define a pointer and how to initialize and how to access the pointer. To define a pointer, we have to use the star. To define a pointer, we have to use the star operator. And for initializing, we have to use the assignment operator. For accessing the, again, we have to use star. When you are accessing the pointer with star in the third point, that is not called as star operator, it is called as valuate operator. So just go through the notes, you can understand. Just to understand what is star operator, what is address operator, and what is a pointer definition. If you know all these things, it is sufficient to understand the memory location. Actually, we need to have the diagrammatical explanation, even though it is okay, because we discussed how memory is occupied by the variables in each and every program in the first unit. అది క్యారెక్టర్ కానీ ఇంటీజర్ కానీ ఫ్లోట్ కానీ మెమొరీ ఎలా ఆక్యుపై అవుతుంది, ఎన్ని బైట్స్ అవుతుంది, అండ్ ఒక్కొక్క బైట్కి మెమొరీ ఎలా అలొకేట్ అవుతుంది, అంటే మెమొరీ లొకేషన్ నెంబర్ ఎలా ఇస్తారు, ఇదంతా కూడా ఫస్ట్ యూనిట్ నుంచి మనం చెప్పుకుంటూ వస్తున్నాం కాబట్టి దెర్ ఈస్ నో డౌట్ అబౌట్ వాట్ ఈస్ ద మెమొరీ లొకేషన్ ఆఫ్ ది బైట్స్ and what is the memory number and memory location. There is no doubt about it, already we discussed in the first unit. So with this we completed this session, and we go for a next pointer topics in the next class.
Thank you, sir.
Okay,
Thank you, sir.